right now. You look super short.
Do I look short?
Yeah, because you're like taller than I am by a lot. This is weird.
Well, apparently it's
Where's all that paper from?
Apparently it's all legs.
Oh, it's from the cake box. Okay.
Yeah, you can use it to put down your top.
Okay, let's do this. You have to look in the little circle.
I was thinking about our height thing. Yeah, I must be because I have very long legs.
It must be. Yeah, so we've just realized that we have roughly the same torso. He's like a foot taller than me almost. Anyway. Question number 1. How did we meet?
That's funny, we just talked about that.
We did.
Well, we were in
I thought it was
the philosophy of science class at the state school in Hayward.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I offered to take notes for you.
Yeah. I was going to be on vacation going to San Diego for like a week. So I went to ask the professor if there was any way I could get class notes for the week I was going to miss. And then like you had stayed after class, ostensibly to hit on me.
Probably.
Yeah, probably. And so you offered to take notes for me.
Mm-hmm.
And those were the only notes that he probably ever took in that class. And they were really good notes. But yeah, that is not generally the Josh way. So now knowing him, I know what a big deal that was. It was probably quite an effort for you.
We'll
I appreciate it.
You should feel special.
Keep your head in the game, right? So number 2, was I a knitter when we met?
No.
No.
I think what you took that up after we moved in together, right?
It was right before.
Was it?
Yeah, because I was knitting at Tito's house.
Oh, because you had a friend who knit at Lonely Planet.
At Lonely Planet, yeah. So if you haven't gone back and watched all my podcasts, which I don't blame you, there's like over 100 at this point, I learned how to knit from a coworker, and she took me to like a knit night in Berkeley, and so I was trying to knit a scarf for you out of like some horrible acrylic yarn, and it really ticked me off. So
Isn't that everyone's first project though?
Yeah.
Is a knit acrylic scarf.
Yeah, so I never finished that project.
I think one of my roommates in Santa Barbara, I think his girlfriend started knitting for the first time, and it was some ridiculous yarn from Michael's.
Yeah.
No, buddy, get those blueberries out of this room.
Yeah, the blueberries have
Take
to
'em
stay
to
in the
table.
dining room
You
because
know
of the
to take 'em to the
stains.
dining room table, buddy. Thank you.
Blueberries, the scourge of the earth. All right, number 3. What is your favorite thing I've knit for you?
Oh dear.
What do you say?
I promise I won't
What do you say?
judge.
Number,
This is judgment-free zone.
what is number
I do like the cowl quite a bit.
That's
is-
surprising.
Well, because it's such a unique object. I don't have any clothing substitutes for it.
It's the 3rd question, Joshua. Get away from the ironing board, bud.
So, you know, I have gloves are an easy solution. They're common. There's many ways to keep one's hands warm,
Yeah,
you know, but I don't have anything that keeps my face warm.
I see what you're saying. So, like, you could get commercial substitutes for the other things, but
But the cowl, I've never had anything quite like it.
yeah, okay.
And scarves, I've just never worked well with scarves.
Yeah, I don't like scarves really, especially now that I've experienced cowls and shawls. I prefer those to scarves because scarves are usually really small. They don't really cover that whole space.
Plus,
Spend more time
technically,
fighting them.
The knit cap that I wear the most is not actually one that you made. It's one that you got in exchange.
There was a back yarn on my tablet.
Okay. Can I work on it later?
Okay, it'll be fine. All right, number 4. What is your favorite thing I've knit in general? So just any project I've made.
That's fun. That's really fun.
You know, I quite like the matching pair of socks. The the blue and gray pattern.
Oh,
Yeah, where you made the one wrong. You made one different than the other, so you just made 2 pairs.
yeah.
I think those are very aesthetic.
So the Patton's Croy blue stripe rag
You don't,
socks.
but you mean it's in general because
Just any project I've ever
some
knit.
of your shawls are just delightful.
Okay. You like my shawls the best?
They're very, very colorful. They're nice.
Yeah.
I like how they go with your sheepskin coat.
Yes. I shared that on my vlogmas.
I know. I guess we'll get to that question eventually.
We will. Number 5. Does it annoy you when I knit in public? I know. That's kind of a stupid question, I think. You'd rather that than I, like, fly off the handle and stab someone.
Which is probably the next option.
That's probably what I would do. All right. Number 6. What is your favorite fiber festival you've been to? This is sort of a
I mean, I guess
not
that's,
really
that's sort of,
appropriate.
I've only ever been to one fiber festival.
I know.
wouldn't think, but I've been to it multiple times.
That's
Have
true.
I?
Yeah, you
No.
have. You have. More than 1 year.
Because we went one time with Andrea,
Yes.
and one time where your mom and your Aunt Lynn was there still.
Yes. I think
Yeah.
we went before we had Joshua.
Right.
And then after we had Joshua.
I don't know if that's true.
Okay.
Anyway, it doesn't matter.
I don't know.
But you had gone multiple times, and I stayed at camp also.
Yes.
But anyway, so the wool
gathering.
Wool gathering, yeah,
Yes.
in Ohio.
Yep. Number 7. Do you hate when I drag you to yarn stores?
Yeah, I don't. Have you ever drug me to
I
a yarn
don't
store?
drag you to yarn stores. We have used the yarn store as a central meeting location
Yeah,
before,
we've met there before. That's
and
true.
then just kind of hung out while I chatted with the owner. So Knitting Temptations in Dublin, Ohio.
Mhm.
It's really the only yarn store you've ever
No,
been in.
I've been. Was it Article Pract?
Yes! Oh, yeah, yeah,
But
California.
we were going to multiple stores, so it was just.
It was just
Did
right
you
there.
mind that I drug you to the game store
Yeah.
as part of our list of errands that day?
Right.
You know?
So the answer is no.
Yeah.
Number
Correct.
8. What is the coolest thing you've learned about knitting?
The coolest thing. You
Yeah.
know, I think it's, well, frankly, I mean, like so many people, I learned that yarn isn't always itchy.
Mm.
You know, I mean,
Yeah.
I assumed that anything made of yarn, or made of wool, rather,
Made of wool.
was going to be annoying and itchy. And the fact that there's, you know, all these different sorts and how practical some of them can be and more robust and, you know.
Yeah, we've had many conversations about wool characteristics and the different breeds of sheep. And that's when we've been trying to find your perfect sock yarn.
Yeah, that was quite a project.
Yeah.
Well, we've discussed yarn a lot with all of my projects because I have very specific
Yeah.
philosophies of use for the different items, and so
Yeah.
I'm always trying to like tease out, well, what's the right yarn?
Yep.
And etc. weights.
And we just
whatnot.
generally like information.
Sure.
We're nerds.
Yeah.
So anything you can nerd out on. Number 9. Have you ever wanted to learn to knit?
No, but I did trick you once into thinking I wanted to.
You
learn
did.
to knit. Yes,
You did.
yes.
Should have held out.
I think the rest of that story is not appropriate.
Number 10. Does it bother you when I buy yarn or knitting things?
No. That's your. Does it bother you when I buy things for my various pass-through hobbies?
No.
No. My drawer of ropes and strings.
Yeah. Yeah, he has a lot of rope. I got a rope right here.
I guess that's kind of like you having a room full of yarn.
It is. It is. Number 11. What do you think about me podcasting?
I think it's cool.
Yeah? Cool. Number 12. Do you know the different weights of yarn?
Some of them maybe. I'm not sure.
Which ones do you know?
Oh, well, let's see. There's worsted. I think DK is a weight. Is sock its own weight?
Yes, it's
Okay.
called like sock weight or fingering weight.
There's bulky. Ooh, I think that's probably all that I know.
Okay. The only other ones would be like lace weight and
Definitely
Aran
don't know that
weight.
one. I definitely don't know.
but I don't knit with lace weight, so
Well,
there's
there you
not a
go.
reason you would know that.
We'll see.
And Aran weight, I don't have very much in my stash. That's like the weight I used for my slippers. It's kind of weird though. It's sort of
The new
between
ones?
worsted and bulky. Yeah, the new ones. Yeah, the red ones. All right, number 13. Do you have a favorite yarn dyer or yarn in general?
Well, I mean, I think aren't I obligated to say that Kristen is the best yarn dyer?
Bull and vine. But yarn in general, you like Patton's Croy, right?
Is that the one?
That's the one I use for your
one?
socks.
Yeah, whichever one I don't
Yeah.
destroy on my feet.
Yeah, Patton's Croy is what I use. That's the one we've discovered is the best for his socks. Number 14. How much do you think an average skein of indie dyed yarn costs?
Probably in the mid tens of dollars, 30 to 50 perhaps.
The average one would be like 25 to 30, so yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. 50 would be like very high
So
end.
I'm in a standard deviation.
Yeah, you're in a standard deviation. Yeah, yeah. Number 15. What yarn would you buy me if I asked?
Probably I would try to contact Kristen and ask her what to get you.
Good answer.
Or I can ask
Kristen would
Andrea.
know. Or you could ask Andrea.
Yeah,
Yes.
she'd know what to get you.
Yeah. Either one. That's a good answer. You would phone a friend.
Yes.
Okay. Number 16. How many balls of yarn do you think I could sneak into the house without you noticing? I wouldn't, but
And all of them?
all of them. All of the yarns.
I mean, I don't keep track
He has
of your...
no clue how much is in here.
I don't care.
Yeah, he doesn't care. Yep. A lot of these are centered around, like, your partner being bothered by your hobby, and I think that's just not a dynamic we have.
Yeah.
So, I think that's... I actually took some of the questions out.
I suppose if you snuck them in and they like started occupying other rooms where I would get irritated when I went to put something there or get something out. If I were
Yeah.
encountering yarn in places I didn't want to encounter it.
If I started using your shed as alternate yarn storage.
Sure, yeah.
But there's a lot of room in the house before that would ever happen.
Well, you have your own room.
I have my own room
now.
just for yarn. So I guess if there was so much that I couldn't fit it in this room anymore.
Sure.
Which is
yeah.
insane, because it's like a second living room.
If it got to like Cat Lady with a room full of newspapers levels, then we can start talking about you having a problem.
Okay.
I'm sorry, there was coffee in your mouth when I
Yeah,
did that.
yeah.
My
If I'm a hoarder, we can talk. All right. Number 17. What goes through your mind when I get yarn in the mail? It also had something about like take you to yarn festivals or yarn stores, but again, we've already covered that. I don't really do that.
Sure.
So what do you think?
looking.
What do you think when I get yarn in the mail? What goes through your mind?
Oh, Nina got another package. I usually look at who it's from because some of
Yeah.
them I know are your friends.
Yeah.
So.
He actually will text me at work to let me know that I got a package or something. Yeah, because he knows I'll be excited about it. Or if it's a surprise that I wasn't expecting.
Yeah, because usually you're expecting stuff, so I want you to know it arrived.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And if it's a surprise, sometimes it's nice. It makes my day better. If it sucks. All
And
right.
this time of year, you usually are expecting more international things,
Yeah.
I think, right?
Yeah, because I do swaps.
So it's sort of
and stuff.
important that you know that stuff made it
Whether it
safely,
did or didn't.
especially this year with how awful
I know.
the post from...
Poor Anna's package that was basically 2 pieces of wrapping paper in a stabbed box. Not sure what happened there. Somebody really needed yarn for Christmas.
I documented that like I was
He did.
CSI.
Mm-hmm. Okay, number 18. What do you want me to knit you? Ooh, this is a loaded question.
Well, I'm excited about that sweater you're working on.
Yeah.
But I know I'm humongous, and so it's probably an awful project.
I'm working on it.
I mean, I remember how irritated you got when you made the blankets for my sister's weddings.
Yeah.
So I can only imagine how a project of that size, I'm sure, is grating on you.
Yeah, and you're just getting bigger. You're growing all the time.
That's true. That's true.
So a sweater. And I'm working on it. It's the Gramps cardigan. Number 19. What thing do you wear the most that I've knit for you?
Well, the socks.
Socks.
I exclusively wear
Yeah.
knitted socks now.
Yeah. And I guess that, yeah, it'd be socks because you wear those year round. I
Yeah.
was thinking like the gloves, technically you wear those every day, but that's only when it's cold.
Yeah, I wear the gloves a
Yeah.
lot. And even then, I'll wear the hat before I'll wear gloves. But again,
Yeah.
that's your friend's hat that I wear as my first line.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
But
once
you're
I get
making-
the sock head hat done.
Yeah, you're making
probably
me that
wear
cool
that.
orange, bright orange one.
Yeah.
That'll be a nice lightweight.
Yeah. I think that would be like it's my go-to layer. Those. Okay, number 20. What do you think of my stash?
I think it is wonderful that it makes you happy.
Number 21. How does knitting help me as a person? Ooh, that's so philosophical. Very deep.
I'm trying to think of
Question.
something smart ass to say.
Keeps you from
I bet I'll hit it on
killing people.
Yeah, right. Well, I mean, it's clearly become, your... Obviously, it's your stress relief, and it has become a creative outlet
Yeah.
that you have access to, and...
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, in all the ways that a hobby helps people to, make their life work.
Their lives better.
Mm-hmm.
Sure. Number 22. How do you explain me being a knitter to other people?
I say my wife knits,
Yeah.
and if they don't have any questions, then that's...
You go, she takes 2 sticks and a string.
Oh,
and
I
she
don't think
makes
anyone is
things.
confused about what knitting is.
Yeah.
I once explained to a gentleman at the gym, because I mentioned wearing wool socks, and he was like, "Oh, you wear wool socks all year," and he was afraid that it'd be all itchy.
Huh?
And
Oh,
I was
itchy.
explaining to him that no, as a matter of
Yeah.
fact, that only lower quality yarns or that have all the machine oil in them still.
Yeah.
That's usually what makes things itchier.
Yeah. Or certain, like, breeds of sheep might make things itchy, like if they have guard hairs, but those are typically, like, you're not supposed to wear them next to skin. like Icelandic wool is.
So it's breed
itchy.
specific. So.
Yeah, but that's meant for like outerwear, so it's gonna be super rugged. Yeah, but most sock yarn is not. Number 23. Do you know the difference between knitting, crochet, spinning, and weaving?
I know the difference between, well, I mean, weaving is of course like the loomy sort of stuff, and and spinning is when you're making the yarn. I mean, I guess crochet uses a different tool, but I'm not intimately, familiar with the difference in knots that you use.
Right. You probably would understand it if I understood it.
Looking at it, I can physically tell the difference when someone is doing crochet. But if a project were crocheted versus knitted, I couldn't tell you that after the fact.
Yeah, because your Nana was a crocheter, not a knitter.
Sure.
Yeah. I remember she told me that she knit a scarf once, and then she said, but it started unraveling. It's because she didn't bind off. Like, she just took the needles out, and was like wearing it. I was like, that was just the sweetest thing. She was like, can you help me? Because, like, my knitting keeps unraveling. But it makes sense because crochet, when you're done, you're done.
Sure.
Like, you just pull that last loop through, and then it's gonna stay.
Yeah, I think I would
have to do anything
identify
to finish it
in process, but after the fact, I'm not sure that I could recognize the difference.
Yeah. Number 24. I added this one.
Oh.
What do you wish my hobby was if it wasn't knitting?
Oh dear. That's not appropriate.
Gabby's husband said guns. No, I didn't make this one up. I made up a different one.
Oh, okay. Boy. Is sewing different enough? Because like it seems like you're getting a lot of the similar satisfaction as you've kind of gotten more into sewing recently.
Sure. Yeah.
Is that the same, or is that
is that what you would want my hobby to be?
Oh, well, I mean,
I could guess what you'd want my hobby to be. I would think you'd say weightlifting.
I suppose.
No. You're fine with sewing. Sewing. Yep. That's not knitting, so. Number 25. This probably doesn't matter to either of us.
I'm not sure that I feel compelled for us to share a hobby do together.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. We don't need to. We can have our special alone time. What does your family think of my knitting?
I think they think it's pretty darn... I mean, they seem impressed by it, at least.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I think your grandma really loves my knitting.
Yeah, sure. I think they're impressed by, the handmade component of having fine things that a person made.
Yeah.
But otherwise, I mean...
I don't think they really think about it at all.
Yeah, I don't ask people's opinion about your hobbies.
Yeah. Number 26. What do I knit most often?
I don't know. I mean, we have so many shawls and socks, but I think that those are also pretty easy and efficient for you to make.
Yeah.
So, like, you might be able to just, like, kind of crank those out without it being a thing. And there was a period where I felt like you were making hats a lot, but I think you were sending them off.
Yeah.
And then
I made a lot of baby hats for a while.
I want to say socks and shawls.
Yeah, that's probably true. Although I haven't knit very many socks this year. Or shawls. I got into a sweater.
I might just feel overwhelmed by the volume of socks that you
I do have a lot of socks because I've built them up over the years of knitting.
I mean, what, 10 years now?
I have basically all of the pairs of socks minus 3 that I've ever knit.
Yeah, more than 10 years.
Yeah, more than 10 years. Yeah.
And you started making socks very early on.
I did. Yeah, I took a class like within the first 6 months. Have you ever watched my podcast?
Yes.
I think he was my first subscriber.
Well, at least I was an early adopter.
An early adopter.
At the very least.
Yeah. And
I pretty much always watch it.
Yeah, you watch basically every episode.
Because I might skip through, like, if you really get into the details of your color work or whatever.
Right, but you at least watch every episode. Yeah.
I get to have you around when you're not here.
That's right. Yeah, he said, like, especially when I was traveling for work, you would watch my podcast or put it on for the kids so they could hear me and stuff. Do you know knitting acronyms? And then there's a list.
Oh dear, I'm sure I might be able to guess a few of them.
Yeah, you probably can. What does WIP mean?
Work in progress. But that's not a knitting specific thing. I mean,
right, but some people didn't know it.
Oh.
FO.
Finished object. I thought you were going to ask me like abbreviations for like different knits and pearls and stuff.
KAL.
KAL.
This one's sort of weird.
Yeah.
We usually say Cal.
I don't know.
A knit along. I don't know why the AL.
I wouldn't have known that.
A UFO.
An unfinished object?
And
that's not what that means.
DPN.
Thieves.
We are thieves.
DPM?
DPN.
DPN.
Double pointed needle. You wouldn't know that because I don't use them.
Yeah,
I
you
hate
use the
them.
circulars.
Yeah. The only thing I use them for is blankets. Like my 10-stitch blanket. That's, yeah, it has a point on each end. Do you know what a progress keeper is?
That's the little fancy clippy things.
Yep.
Wasn't I just fixing one of those last night?
You were. He fixed one of my itty bitty delights ones that it came off the
I need
thing.
another pair of pliers.
Yeah. If you could set a monthly amount for yarn, what would it be?
Like for number of balls or dollars?
I think dollars.
Oh.
That's how people have treated it.
Okay.
The concept even is ridiculous for our family.
Yeah, just buy the amount of yarn. $100.
Okay. That's roughly what I use my, yeah.
Oh, okay.
That's like our fun money.
Yeah.
We each have like a fun money budget. And so that's roughly it. What would you do with my stash if I died?
I'd probably enshrine it and cry every night.
Oh.
I have no idea. I don't know. I probably would pack it up and not know what to do with it.
Yeah. And then you'd probably throw it away because you'd be like, F it, I've been moving this from place to place.
Yeah, I suppose eventually.
Gosh, I hope that wouldn't happen.
Well, what else would I do with it? You know, I'd probably...
Call my friends.
Yeah, I'd probably give it away to your friends.
Yeah, and maybe keep some for Megwin because she is kind of showing interest in knitting.
Yeah, if I don't destroy that hobby by not being able to help her with it.
Right. Well, she has YouTube.
Sure.
Yeah. If that's still around.
That's not
I plan to live until I'm 100, so she's going to be in her late 60s.
That's not fun.
It's not fun.
This was fun until now.
Oh, what are your hobbies?
Oh, well, I don't know. I wouldn't call myself a woodworker, but I'm vaguely
you enjoy doing it.
Vaguely interested in handy things, you know. I guess the big obvious one is I like lifting weights.
Yeah, weightlifting.
Very into lifting of the weights.
You also do some sewing.
Barely.
For bushcrafty things.
Sure, yeah. When I want to make an object that I don't want to have to pay $50 for someone to make.
Yeah. How many podcast subscribers do you think I have? I had to check because I didn't know.
Well, I'm just trying to guess now. The last time I looked at your subscribe button, I'm gonna guess that number was somewhere between 700 and 900.
Oh, okay.
That's probably wrong. Maybe it's more like 300 to 500. I want to say it's in the mid hundreds.
I have 1,296.
Well, see, so 900 was pretty darn close.
Yeah, almost 1,300.
Yeah, you know, I remember when you crossed 1,000 because I commented on it.
Yeah.
See?
Yeah. I'm up high enough now that I got like some special YouTube privileges that I have no idea what to do with.
Fun. That's useless.
I have community tools. I think I can survey people or something. I don't know. Yeah, it is useless. What's your favorite podcast? It's hard. He watches a lot of podcasts, actually.
Yeah.
That's one you do regularly, I guess.
Well, as soon as they come out, I consume them because I have plenty of free time for that.
Yeah.
Keeping me in the life to which I've grown accustomed.
Right. For those who don't know, my husband is a stay-at-home parent. It's gonna be
a lifting one.
Yeah. Is it barbell medicine?
I like the barbell medicine podcast quite a bit. I like the Revive Stronger podcast quite a bit.
I haven't heard you talk about that one.
That's the one that I see Mike Israetel on all the time.
Okay, I hear Mike Israetel, but I didn't know the name of his podcast.
Yeah, so he's on there quite often. But of course they do other guests as well. And then the Jug Life. That's the one with the rotund gentleman you commented on. Chad Wesley Smith and Max Eno. Yes.
Some lifters are like huge, so I think people traditionally when they think of lifting, they think of bodybuilders, just because that's how it would kind of intersect with the pop culture. Yeah, I guess. And they don't think of just like these really big guys.
I think powerlifting is becoming more. I think more and more people know what powerlifting is. Right. But yeah, I think that you think lifting, you think Arnold.
Yeah. But some of the guys are like, they're huge, but they have like a gut. Right. So.
Well, and strongman is becoming so much more popular, especially with Half Thor and his movie career and stuff. I think people have become a lot more aware of strongman, which again has a similar feature.
He's the guy from Game of Thrones?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, he's the guy who's the mountain in Game of Thrones. Right?
Yes.
That's his nickname. Okay. And number 35. How much do you think my stash is worth?
Oh dear.
I'm afraid.
Only the yarn.
That. Yeah, just the yarn.
Not like all of your like collector's edition books and stuff.
Yeah, just yarn.
4 by 4, so 16 to 2, 3 deep. 30. We'll just call it 45, 40. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 14. Let's call it 20, 25, 40, so 800. We'll say $20. $2,000.
2,000?
Well, what, approximately 800 balls of yarn at an average of $20 a skein, round up.
Okay. Wouldn't that be like
did I do that wrong?
10,000?
Maybe.
I think they're
the problem
skipping a
with doing-
0 because 2 times 8.
That's the problem with doing the math in your head.
Yeah, I would say between
you're
$10,000
right.
and $20,000 probably.
You're right. Yeah, yeah. My guess is 20. I apologize.
Yeah,
You're right.
yeah. That's what I guess as well.
Yeah, I missed the 0.
Yep. Yeah, it's probably accurate. Yeah.
Right, because it's like about 4 by 4, maybe 3 deep.
Yeah, and a lot of them, like on that shelf or that area, I've inherited from my mom or Aunt Lynn.
Sure.
So I got a lot of like my Madeline Tosh from Aunt Lynn's stash.
Well, I'm not saying that you invested that.
Yeah,
amount.
Yeah, or like stash dives or trades.
Right, I know you had some opportunities where you came across things you were very surprised.
Yeah,
the
that people
value
were
for money
getting rid
that
of.
you got of stuff.
Yeah.
Free versus discount, and
It's
that
crazy.
was
So
very
clearly,
fancy yarns.
you should sell my yarn off.
Sure, but that's just not something I would do.
No, you give it away.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
That's all the questions.
Oh, okay. Well, there we go.
35. I trimmed some off.
But you invented new ones, you said.
I did.
Which one did you invent? Because you were
What are your hobbies?
Oh, gotcha.
Yep. And which podcast do you like to watch? Besides mine, which is of course his favorite. And Joshua was really good.
Yeah. Once we got him distracted again.
Yes.
I assumed he would stay distracted, but it was then he came in here and was like, "Oh, you're
You gotta
doing something."
engage it. Yeah. Kids.
Right.
All right. Cool. Hey, we're almost out of time. So, thanks for doing it. All right.
Thank you, Joshua.
So, yeah, my husband has agreed to do the Fiber Friends tag. Joshua.
Oh,
Don't
Joshua!
do that, honey. I had that there for a reason. Okay, we're doing a
Stop.
movie.
Mommy and Daddy have to answer some questions. You need to go and eat your bagel.
Not bring crinkly paper in here. All right.
No more crinkle paper, please. You take it with you?
Okay.
Okay.
This is gonna go well. All right. Question number 1.
Joshua, I'm answering Mommy's questions. You need to go. Thank you.
He's gonna go back there and knock the camera down. No.
Get out of there now. You've already
And
knocked the
move away.
camera down once. Joshua,
Pins.
Joshua, you have that bagel. Are you going to eat it or throw it in the trash?
I know how to eat.
Okay, then go play on your tablet, please. Joshua, if you're going to stand there and mope, then we're going to stop this activity, and it's going to be ruined either way.
We'll see. You're making it take longer.
Yeah, why don't you go play on your tablet? Because you were just fine a moment ago.
Yeah. It's gonna take super long. All right.